Hello, everybody. Happy Monday, the day of Muns. Let's get this thing munted. Woohoo! I am Leela. This is the APPy Hour. We're going to cover Warp by Baby Audio. Should be kitty audio because we got the cat right here. We got the pie. Meow. See, she answered. I have a few treats for her. She's on a little treat diet because, we found out that it's not healthy for her to have as many treats as she was having because she was snowing the crap out of me. So that's a thing. So I'm going to say hi to you guys, and then we're just going to whip right in, and we're going to look at this cool app Warp, which is a free way to warp your entire reality. So let us say hellos first. Hi, guys. I saw Emperism say hi. I don't know if Emperism is awake or asleep, but that's cool. Hey, look at my face is relatively in focus this morning. If you watched me on Gmail. Gary Hobbs, pillows. Semtex cow, the pie. Meow. Yeah, she's got her cat weed for sure. Yeah, Thomas Christ is here. And that's everybody in the front row. I see a few of you back in the lurking corner, so enjoy your lurk. Hopefully you will get excited about this app because it really is. It is really interesting and really exciting. So, and I'm going to do a different thing than everyone else has done. I just do. That's who I am. Wow. I see I'm backwards. I want to go. I'm dying here. I have to turn myself around. I can't stand my L being backwards. Oh yes, this is my link tree right over here. Or right here. Yes, it is a warp factor, and you can join me on YouTube because see all the things that below. Some of these things are free to do, and some of them cost money, and all of that is cool. If you want to support the channel and help me eventually get a new camera, so that you can see more of my flaws. Yeah, baby. Oh, there you are, Emp. Nice to see you. And Easy Herbs. Urban, nice to see you as well. I'm just going to double check. Let me mirror my camera. So, no, that's bad. We can't have that. Let's just not do that. So you can ogle me in 4K, right? I'll do extra boobs for that one. All right, let's bring in Isla, my iPad, and I will say hi to you from my corner. I have a new corner now. So exciting, right? Better shot. Yes, more pillows. Oh, right. This is an L. I'm backwards. If you notice, I'm very close to you as well. So let's get me into my corner, and we're going to open up the iPad and see what magic we can. There she's licking my fingers. Ooh. App of the day, Warp by Baby Audio. Now, Jade showed you this app last week or the week before. I don't know. I lose track of time. And of course, it's not that hard to go through. And so I'm not going to spend a lot of time telling you how it works. I'm going to spend a lot of time doing crazy shit with it. So just to say, this is the app of the day, Warp by Baby Audio. https://apps.apple.com. All that stuff. Did you buy my pillows? No. Oh yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to make a pillow to sell. By the way. That's what, so I finally kind of decided on how this all works out, like on Tuesdays. I've decided to call it work. It's the Leela-versity, and it's either work with me or learn with me. And I say work with Leela or learn with Leela because I don't say with me because Jade has trademarked that, so... Yes, you'll have to buy pairs of pillows, indeed. Indeed. Oh, kitty. Right on. So, let's head on over to my... Hey, Omni Collective Creativity, welcome. Another human with vision works with Warp by Baby Audio. You might make a second video on it because it's speaking of your voice. Yeah, you should turn that up, by the way. Anyway, let's go to AUM and I'm going to show you kind of what we did here. And I'm going to remove the warps, all except for the first one. Learn with Leela. Yeah, we're going to learn how, like, tomorrow we learn merch. Yeah, so I'm probably going to keep that. Anyway, I'm going to... This is just something I made last night. And this is going to... We'll start with... I'm going to leave only... I'm going to mute this. This hasn't started yet. All right, let's go. No! She'll mess up my green screen, cow. All right, so here we've got this really cool sounding... And that's a Space Fields drone, and now let's whip in this warp. Listen to that. Listen to it go crazy. Let's make sure we're in... Let's double, triple check that we're in stereo. Yes, indeed we are. So, yeah, listen to it. See, it's just going crazy. And then we'll... There's another one. All right, now, and then we just throw in some... Pi gets a show, right? Hey, Dynamite. Now we can actually warp our drums too. Is that a little warp? I couldn't figure out how to get my thing connected, so... Let's listen to this. I just slowed it down and left it the same. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It is automated. All right. All right. All right, there we went. We got warpy, you guys. This is what happens. Ooh, did I say Jimmy Jazz? Yes, the app comes with the cat on the screen. That's it. So I'll just kind of show you what's going on in this right here. So originally I created this. Let's solo this and play enable. And then we'll play and we'll just listen to what I've got here.
Come along.
Right? So so it's this really weird high-pitched thing. So what I did was I slowed it down and I stretched it out. So now it sounds like this.
Come along.
I like that better. So while you use LFOs, and then I took that and let's undo all of these and undo the solo or solo this instead. Right? So what I did was I recorded and then I added it here. So you'll hear, oops, gotta
come along.
See, that's way more deep and kind of slow, and it doesn't sound as crackly. So that, and then I took that and put space fields on it. Whoa, so let's get rid of that and get a new one. Because otherwise, so we go back to the beginning, and now we'll just hit play.
Come along.
So this is what this sounds like. And now now watch this. This is being pushed by an LFO. You can see the mix is changing. The stretch is changing. If you look at the screen, you can see right there. So speed is moving, but it's very slow. Stretch is just flying all over the thing. And then the mix is just going from 0 to 100% kind of slowly. And I'll turn off these. Let's get the LFOs on the screen with us. There we go. So I'll turn off each individual one. I'll turn off number 1 here. Now this one won't move. It would be easier to show on a... We'll turn that one back on. Now we go to number 2 and we turn that one off. And now the stretch isn't changing. So that's totally different. It doesn't have that sort of record scratch speed up sound. Now see? Wow, wow, wow. That's when that wow comes in. Anyway, so let's make sure this is saved. Now let's start over again. Boom! Sure, clear. Bye-bye. Boop! All right. Let's just quickly go back and make sure we haven't missed anything in the App Store. We'll look at the description, make sure we have everything we need to know. My apps. Warp. All right, so now remember, this is free, so you can get this. It's one of the this is actually a module in Transit, which I have Transit, but Transit can be a bit resource intensive and complicated. So Warp is one of the most popular effects. So it is now available as a free app to creative pitch shift and time stretch. So just like the module inside Transit 2, Warp will allow you to speed up or slow down audio with fewer artifacts than other plugins. Additionally, use a stretch knob to control the pitch of your track independently of the time and achieve extreme effects such as slowing audio down while pitching it up. It features a clean and artifact-free, very speed-controlled speed up audio or slow it down to a standstill for a classic tape stop effect, which is what I used I automated it in my songs The Screamiverse. A good point. Jim Shannon says it's not free if it takes a ton of space on your device. So use the stretch knob to control pitch independent of time for unhinged audio mangling. Powered by Transit 2 and developed with Andrew Huang. AUV3 compatibility. It's got a 4.9 rating, right? Oh, hello. Welcome, Zach Thong. So, let's go back and make sure. Let's see. It's 6.8 megabytes. So that's pretty small. Wow. She's like, I feel like I haven't gotten my full complement of treats yet. All right, you're right. I do. I have a few more. Yeah, Andrew Hung is amazing. SG Experiment, hello. All right, so now let's go back to AUM. Let's go to AUM because I don't want to be in Logic until it's time to just use Logic. So it's free and it uses only like 6.8 megs on your system. It seems to run fairly like doesn't kill your resources. So I'm going to bring up a piano because a piano is really easy to tell. And I might actually just put this piano, I might set it to a repeating. Whoops. You could just use something like, what is that app? Neon? Yeah, Neon will just give you a single. Let's slow this way down because I'm going to be super annoyed if I have to hear this let's put it at 60. Now we'll just connect this to Neon, and what it's going to do is probably going to be. There we go. Now we open up Warp. Make it big. Now it's going really slow. But 50% is the original pitch. Stretch. So now it's got the original pitch, but it's going really slow. And now you take the mix is at 100. Now we've got. So if you just click on it, you can actually, click on the very bottom, on the name on the bottom, and it says plug-in bypassed. I just learned that. This is wild, huh? So double tapping each thing will take it to its original. So the default setting for speed is 50%. The default setting for stretch is 0. The default mix is 100%. Now let's speed it way up. So this is something that Jade pointed out in her. Something that Jade pointed out in her show is let's actually find let's get a different one. Let's actually duplicate this. It's easier to duplicate a whole scene and then replace your main module. So let's pick something. Let's use file player. And we'll find like a part that we want to use. She said that you could use it like for a guitar part. To learn it, let's find, I'll find a riffler in here. Oops. Riffler. Friendly riff. I don't know what this is, but Wilson from Home Improvement. Yeah, right? God, that's annoying. We'll mute that. All right, and we'll get in here and we'll loop this. Okay, so this is just a quick thing, and this is just a total copy of what. So if you want to keep the pitch the same, you set that to 50. Now I set the speed to 0.69. This is how I could learn a guitar solo or something. Like, it means slower than that. 36. Yeah, see, but I can't do that, so we won't do that anymore. Anyway, that's kind of the point there. But it's not that like, let's just get rid of this. I don't want that. Let's just so replace. Let's replace this with something. Let's replace it with an instrument. Yeah. It sounds, it does sound quite strange, doesn't it? Right, let's see. Let's add a sound box. Sound box is always fun. So now, instead of muting this, we're going to solo this, and I'm going to go into Neon, and I'm going to find a preset. And then it'll probably play something better. So now what I'm going to do is show you how to, let's see, I want to mess with this. Let's connect the Arturia Mini Lab, which is right here, by the way. Whoop. Yeah, I think I'm a little too big in this view. I'm still working on my views. That's funny. So now we'll come in and we'll get into Warp here. And we'll come into right up here on the left-hand corner is your MIDI source. So let's grab our MIDI source and we'll use Mini Lab. Now we'll come back in and see speed. So let's learn speed. Now watch. Now I'm controlling it with. I've got a way to use a new camera, but I'm using this one knob right here. That's fun. All right, now we'll take our channel 1 CC7. Who knew? All right, then we'll take our mix and we'll learn. And I'm going to use number 3 for the mix. So it's on a knob. And then stretch, and we'll put stretch on a knob. Learn. All right, so now I think something else is stuck to this. Like that, it looks like volume is stuck to it. How did we get that happening? I do not know why it changes the volume. That's just bizarre. I'll have to figure that one out. So, there's our stretches. Anyway, so that's easy. But boring. Now, it's time. Let's do something more fun. Let's find this. Let's connect this. I'm going to grab a Zoa, something more interesting. Whoops, Zoa. All right. And I'm going to set these really long notes. We're going to go like 2-bar long notes. Every couple bars, we're going to go boom, 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 boom. So let's take our pace down. Oops, 2 bars. And we'll keep it in C major just for now. And this is our 1, and we'll add this to Soundbox. Oh yeah, you have to put sound into Soundbox. Oops. Something should happen. I'm like a kid in their favorite. Hey, Gary Hubs. All right, where's my sound? Okay, that should be working. Whoa, this is really bizarre. Look, it's not moving. Let's go back. Oh, yeah. There you go. Good morning, Jade Star Music. All right, see, that just gives us these nice long things. So now what we do is we get LFOs going. Let's put everything back. All right, there we go. This is how it's supposed to be. So, using the LFOs, you open up Warp. This doesn't need to be quite so big. There we go. So now you just come in, you get these MIDI controls going, and now you connect. First, we need to connect MLFO. Let's go with output 1. And then we go back MIDI control. Here we go. Let's go with speed first. And turn it on. Channel 1, CC. Now you come into LFOs. You choose number 1. As you can see, it's moving right there. Now I'm going to choose a CC that's a little not going to interfere with other things. So how about 13? So then you come back. Speed. Now the CC, set it to 13. And you can see it's going all the way from the top to the bottom. So we can do things to alter. Hi, kitty. So the things you have to do to alter your thing, and you'll see, so it's just here. So this, you can see how fast it's going, cut by the beat. So we'll set a rate. We can set it at like to 1/64th. Yeah, she's after my mouse. And then as far as like 256 bars. It's going so slow. Let's not have that. Let's try like 2 bars. That's about how... So maybe twice as long as the thing is going. Wow. So this is just playing something. So now you can come back in. All right, let's choose the second LFO. You can do this in 2 ways. You can either X out the first LFO and grab the second one, or you can just use these little keys at the top. There's 1. So 2, you can see, let's turn it on. Let's set the CC to 14. And we've just got it. First, we're using the entire thing. So coming back to our, how do you get over here? There we go. Once again, let's take our stretch. We turn that on, and remember we had number 14. Now you can see both of these moving. We might want to change our rate here. Let's just go. See, that's like a scratch. That sounds amazing, right? Here's 1/32. Here's a half. There we go. So you don't have to go this fast with the rate, with your rate. You can easily, so close. Whoops. So use X to get back to what you're doing over here. So you've got your rate, but see, you can also change things by changing your minimum and maximum. Pull this down. So you have a max, and that's taking it all the way to the top. So let's change make it a much smaller area. That's getting pretty close. That's like 54 to 78. So that's a little more mellow. Let's say, take it where you like the sound. Like 48 sounds good. So what about just 48 to 64 or something? And you can also change the shape. You can watch. Well, I love how you watch it work. See how the square works different? So we're looking at this one right here. Speed. Sawtooth. Reverse sawtooth. Ramp. Very different. Ramp 1/4. Ramp 1/2. Very, very different. Sawtooth. Hey, Justine, lady. Yeah, the square. I like the square the best. And you could go, let's go all the way insane. Let's go third LFO with the mix. So let's set that one too. We were 13, 14, so now I guess we're 15. So save that. Then you have to come back over. We have to drag this out of the way so we can grab warp. So once again, we hop back over here. And we've got the speed, the set, and now let's take the mix. So we turn it on and set it to number 16. That's bizarre. So we come back up and now let's turn that one on. Or let's see, where are we going? Your mix? The mix should be changing. Oh, whoops, it's 15. No wonder it's not working. Haha. Let's get back here. Now that's changing the mix. Now watch the mix go. So I'm going to change the mix to somewhere between... You just go through. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Like, that's crazy, right? So you could just take that and, like, say you wanted to, like, let's just go nuts. Let's, like, put a ring mod on that. It's just insane, right? And then, of course, weirdness always sounds good through a little bit of reverb. Now watch this. Hypnotic amnesia. Let's see. Now this one's not moving at all. You could do separate LFOs. It's just insane, right? So one thing you could do, like is say, it sounds like, well, what's useful here? But you could just bring in, you could bring in a separate audio. You could bring in like a launch pad like I always do. And then here you bring in like a scalar EQ. And you find out kind of what so I'm going to detect the key that's coming out because I'm completely effing with it. Yep, see, it's more like a D minor now. So I'd come in here and then I'd be like, D minor. Change it to something warp saturation. And let's go back to D minor, and then we'll just be like... It already sounds good. See? How crazy, right? We're just throwing this, it's just nothing. All right, let's stop that, because, I could do that all day. I could do that all day. So we'll leave that just for the moment. And let's let's actually leave some of this stuff on here, but let's like take it all out. And this time, I think we want to make like a drone here. So let's add a space fields. And then what we'll have here is a drone that is messing around. Ah! Why can't I get this to stop doing this? All right, we'll just leave that. And then anyway, I'm just going to find, instead of connecting, we'll disconnect the stuff that's coming into it. We're just going to play, let's get rid of space fields. Do we have this connected? Let's make sure, let's get the Arturia. Let's find a different sound, because why not? Let's go in here and use like, some of them have unloaded themselves, so that's a problem. Anyway, floating ensemble, let's go Citizen of Salunte. And I'm just going to play like an A minor key. I mean a G minor. So we'll just play a G minor right in here. Now let's put space fields back in. Space fields is ready with a thing called star fields. So this is going to be crazy. So let's go. All right, now we should start getting some noise. And I think it would be fun. Let's take a last LFO. Let's take a fourth LFO, and we'll pan it very quickly. So let's call this 16. It's on, right? So we come to the channel and the MIDI controls, and then pan layer 1. Wow, there's a lot. Look at all those things you could change. Retrigger modulation, note length. Okay, I think we could use this. Let's make a panner in here. Stereo panning, there we go. And now let's get that LFO in there. Whoop. There's our pan. Turn that on. Turn it to number 16. Put on the transport. Now listen to that. It's already just panning. That's just wild, right? So let's jump in the warp. Now listen to that. Wow. There's a ringatron. And we'll check the key again. It sounds so wild. Okay. Oh, nice. G sharp minor. It actually. So I'm going to come in and this takes in, and I'll show you what it's doing. See, it's taking the stuff that's in the key and it's increasing the stuff that's in the key of G sharp minor. So then you'd grab up here and you'd go make sure you're in G sharp minor. And then you just be like, hey Shelly, welcome. That's just crazy, huh? See you later, Jimmy Jazz. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't forget to say hi to you. I feel like I did. Hope everyone. Hope you have a great day, Jim. Hey, Heathen Granny. Welcome, Lise. I know, right? Let's just solo this for a second. And you can obviously, so we could go back in here and let's change our LFOs. Let's change the first one. Remember that first one? You can see this one's like moving along. There we go. Let's take this second one. Let's change our rate. Now that's moving more slowly. Let's change the rate. Let's get the panning to go a little slower or faster. (3:33 p.m. Eastern). So now what I do here is I don't want it to go all the way. I'd like it to stay. There we go. Now it's kind of going back around your center channel. Sounds a little less. Sounds wicked, huh? All right, that's the wild stuff. And see, you notice that now that you can still hear your drone, but your drone, as soon as you turn off the transport, isn't going insane anymore. It's not panning. It's not going to go away, though. Because you could go into space fields now at the end and randomize stuff. Now that's what that... See, that's what it actually sounds like. Hey, Berry! Yeah, that sounds crazy. It's just wild. And I mean, I've got a whole line of effects on here, but honestly, let's just pop out all the effects that you didn't. These are just. We'll solo this and we'll turn the transport back on. Now see, you're just hearing this. This is just with the little space fields and warp. It's pretty awesome. But of course, let's find another use for warp right here. Let's get a file player. We're gonna find some of my DJ stuff here. Let's load a file. Find it in samples Xfer. We know. I've got these phrases. Ooh, how about this confused trouble? Let's add this confused trouble. So we'll just solo these two. Now we'll listen to what that says.
Oh, my goodness, something's happened here. I wonder what happened.
No, stand aside. Those fighters are in some real trouble.
See, so I didn't like the way that went with there. So, well, let's add a warp and let's try to get this to sound a way that sounds good. Hey, Seagull Rock. Good to see you, friend. Right on. So, we'll have to loop this. I hate having to loop it, but so we've got our drone.
Oh, my goodness, something's happened here. I wonder what happened.
No, stand aside. Those fighters are in some real trouble.
Oh, my goodness, something's happened here. I wonder what happened.
No, stand aside. Those fighters are in some real trouble.
Oh, my goodness, something's happened here. I wonder what happened.
No, stand
So listen to
aside.
this.
Those fighters are in some real trouble.
See, it sounds
Oh, my goodness,
too.
something's happened here. I wonder what happened.
No, stand aside. Those
It sounds
fighters are in
like the
some real
pitch is
trouble.
too.
Oh, my goodness, something's happened here. I wonder what happened.
No, stand aside. Those fighters are in some real trouble.
Oh, my goodness, something's happened here. I wonder what happened.
No, stand aside.
So you just play around?
Those fighters are in some real trouble.
Oh, my goodness.
Until it sounds like it works.
Oh, my goodness, something's happened here. I wonder what happened.
No, stand aside. Those fighters are in some real trouble.
Oh, my
So
goodness,
you see?
something's happened here.
Now we'll go back. We will let's disable that. Let's unsolo. Now we make a noise in here so that it can. That should work. Do I have something soloed? Nope, we should be hearing this. No, 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 no. What have I done? Why can't I hear you? It's just sad. Help! I don't hear anything. Why? Let's see if we hear anything in any of them. Whoa. There it is. There it is. Now we'll just make sure we know what key this is. Let's scalar that. We detect the key. That sounds really cool. So that's just some A minor. Make sure we've got everything in the right set. Back here. Yep, A natural minor. That's what we've got. Let's make C major works with A major, so those are fine together. And then we want to have some confusion. Do 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 do.
Oh, my goodness, something's happened here. I wonder what happened.
Stand aside. Those fighters are in some real trouble.
Oh, my goodness, something's happened here. I wonder what happened.
Stand aside. Those fighters are in some real trouble.
So now it goes. And then you could do the same thing to like try to grab in. You could. And then of course there's stuff like what Russ does. Which, you know, Russ would take like a sample. Let's find a better sample. One that's, no. Find something and see if we can get it to fit. Something that's not too rough to do. Let's try to find a slightly off time sample or something like that. And let's try to get it to line up. I might not be able to do this because, you know, I'm not as skillful at this as Russ is, but we'll go in and we'll give it a try anyway. We'll go to Ghost Hack. We'll find, let's see. EDM chill out loops. Let's go with a chill out loop. How about a drum loop? Full drum loop. Now this is 80 beats per minute. So I'll pick one that's the closest. 75 is close to 60. Oops, you gotta loop that. That's totally wrong, right? You could even do the math, right? Let's see. Let's do some math. Like, let's see. Blank is what percent of... Let's do... Because we're almost finished here, so... 60 is what percent of 75? That is... I'll just type it. It's 80%. So now we'd set it on, if we set it on 80, can you, it's not exact, is it? That's pretty close. Oh yeah, that'd be fun, yeah. The siren sound, yeah. It would be. But we don't have time for that today. Let's talk about that later, Easy. Leave it in at, whoops. Taking it back to the pitch, that would be 50. Let's see how far off the beat it is. Yeah. But you know, you can just play around. It's off time, but it's not as bad as it was. Well, that was fun. Make it go away. Right on, you guys. Well, I hope you figured out something fun here. Just say nope to math. I hope you figured out something fun to do with all of this. Just some ideas and some apps it might run with. Let's, I'm just going to clear that. We don't need any of that. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm going to come back and say goodbye to you with my face. And I'm going to have to work on my screen issues here. Let's jump back to face cam. Hi. So, all right, you guys. I hope you come back tomorrow. Tomorrow is a Leelaversity Learn Merch with Leela. So tomorrow I'm going to learn how to do merch and you're going to learn how to do merch along with me. And it is guaranteed, well, okay, maybe not guaranteed, but it is my goal tomorrow to make sure that I put in at least one piece of merch for sale, and because I already know somebody who wants to buy it, it's going to be the pillow with my avatar, my new Leelaverse avatar on it. And oh crap, let's while we're chatting, let's head on over and make sure we've got our set. Let's make sure we've got the redirect set over, because I don't want to make you guys work too hard. So we go content, live. Why do I always do this? So let's talk about what we're up to the rest of the week. So like I said, tomorrow is the Leelaversity Learn Merch with me. Wednesday is like I tend to have like a regular old performance. It's a variety show on Wednesday, and then of course Friday night or Saturday morning after the house wrecker is our awesome, hey, I can't seem to set up, oh, here we go. After the house wrecker is Midnight Chill. Hey, Bon, so good to see you. 2 Leela waifu pillows, eh? Let's see, Jade Star. And Jade Star is up next with P930 Lunar Lander. Yeah. And now you will be auto-magically removed there when I leave you here, so you could just go get a coffee or whatever, and when you return, you'll be at Jade's. So I think, is that all? Is that everything? I think we're good. So what do I always say at the end of the show? Every time? Do you remember? Yes, this is Midnight Chill. Gary loves to promote Midnight Chill. Oh, yes, and I'm remixing Thomas. What are we talking about? I almost forgot to tell you that. Anyway, like I always say, biggest love. Hi, Frosty Freak. And all the peace that you can carry, baby. This has been me, Alila, out.